Hi, I'm going to show you how to make healthy, whole wheat flaxseed crackers for a fraction of the cost of what you buy in the store. This recipe is specifically from request from Miss Arma because she wanted to find a healthy alternative for some snack crackers. It has very few ingredients. Flip over a box of those snack crackers you purchased for, I don't know, $3 in the store, and you're going to have a whole lot of ingredients that you probably can't pronounce. You can pronounce everything I'm putting in here. It's a lot easier than you might think. Like most of the things I figured out how to make at home, I want to show you how easy it is. We're going to add a little bit of extra nutrients by tossing in some flaxseed. That's become my new favorite secret ingredient. So, we'll get started. First, 2 cups of whole wheat flour, and this is freshly milled Prairie Gold flour. 2 cups. See, my little Food Network elves did not set that one up. Just kidding. Okay, 2 cups of that. Then a tablespoon of organic evaporated cane sugar. Isn't that cute? Half a teaspoon of salt. And my new secret favorite thing is flaxseed. Now this is ground flaxseed. If you have, you know my thing about buy one thing and use it lots of ways. This is how I buy my flaxseed, whole. Makes great replacements for sesame seeds, toss it into peanut butter. You probably saw that video. But I like to buy it whole and then grind it myself. Do not grind it in a Nutri-Mill or an electric mill. Most of them can't handle an oily seed. So grind it in like a coffee maker, coffee grinder, or a magic bullet, one of those things. But when you go to measure it, grind it first and then measure. Whee! First and then measure, because you're going to end up with extra if you grind a tablespoon and then just toss it in. So this is my extra. So I ground a tablespoon. Now toss in a measured tablespoon of ground flaxseed. Okay. Whisk that together. All of my dry ingredients. Make sure they're mixed really good. Okay. Fun part. Take off rings. And take 2 tablespoons of cold cubed butter. You want to cube it up, make sure it stays cold. Why it's cubed? Because that way it'll dissipate in through here as you rub it in. Butter is not that bad for you. You can choose salted or unsalted. If you want to lower some of the salt in your crackers, you can use a substitute salt for the ingredient and then just use regular butter. Salted or not, your choice. Okay. Then you knead the butter in until you get a cornmeal-like consistency. You just come over here and squish and rub. Squish and rub. That's why it's got to be cold, because your warmth from your hands are going to start to melt it, so you want to be able to do it as fast as possible. Just kind of get in there and play. Squish and rub. You want to try to get it pretty evenly dispersed where, unlike biscuits, these are crackers, you want to get it really nice and even. Biscuits, it's cool to have that glob of butter in it because it's just good. But in the crackers, you want it pretty evenly dispersed because it's going to make them roll out better. Okay. Way it feels like I don't have any clumps of butter. But you can look at it and see it looks a lot more coarse than regular flour. And, oh, there was one. Get it out, squish. Without melting them, I want to disperse them in there. It will give a little clump, that's right, that's what you want. So, but you don't want any big pieces of butter left. Now that you've got that together, all it takes now is 2/3 cup of cold milk. Again, cold so that the butter stays together. Mix this in and incorporate it. I like to stir this while I pour it in. It's going to look a little bit dry. That's okay. It's going to incorporate. You want it to be a little dry. Now, get just a little bit of dusting of flour on your hands. Now, if it doesn't seem like it's this consistency, you can add a little more water or milk itself, or you can add more flour if it seems a little bit wet. But this one's just about right. Now it's just got probably, what, 6 ingredients in here, maybe 7? I don't know. If you look at the box of, I'm not naming a brand, it won't matter what brand, you'll find some pretty interesting ingredients, probably made with enriched flour, which, remember, has been stripped of a lot of nutrients, and so it can sit on the shelf a long time, and then added in with synthetic nutrients. This is the whole grain, milled fresh, everything you want as God intended a grain to be, right in here in your crackers. We like to eat these with cheese and crackers, hummus, pretty much by themselves. They're really good. Okay, now, that's a good size. I'm gonna wrap up one of these.